Okay, let's highlight this coffee. This is Caribou coffee. This is the Caribou blend, whole bean, medium roast. It's called the Crowd Pleaser, and there's no notes on there. The reason we have this coffee is because after church, we used to go to Caribou, hang out. I say it like we used to do it all the time, but we only did it like twice.
No, I feel like we did it a lot.
Yeah, maybe.
That was when we were dating, right? We weren't married.
Yeah, that's when we were dating. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting here with my wife, Allyson Lines, a big fan request to come on. So I want to just kick this off with a question.
Oh gosh.
And I think the audience would want to know, when did your obsession start with me?
Well, actually,
okay.
I was a little bit of a stalker.
Uh-huh.
I hate to admit it. We were, let's see, 14.
Yeah.
And I went to church and I saw you and I said, oh, that guy's really cute. I wonder who that is. And he was talking to this other guy that I knew. Shout out Rock Roberts. And so I somehow found you on Instagram without even knowing your first name. I think I went through the church Instagram or something. This is really giving away my dark secret. And found you on Instagram. Didn't follow you though because I was too scared. And then we went on a church retreat because your dad was the youth pastor. And my parents were out of town and we're really close with the main pastor. And they were like, why don't you come with us? And I knew you would be going because your dad was youth pastor. So I said, sure. So we all went to a retreat in Boone, actually my grandparents' cabin. And the rest is history.
Rest is history. Coming up about 11 years ago.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah. We didn't talk much that trip, though.
No.
You were pretty scared.
Yeah. Well, if you go back to pictures of 2014 Allyson.
What are you talking about? You were
I was a little nerdy.
Nerdy? Yeah.
Yeah. A little quiet, nerdy, a little big.
That's what I was like. We walked in the door. I was like, oh, yeah. That girl's got it. Maybe not yet, but she will. I can tell.
You saw my potential.
I saw your potential. And then, yeah. And then the rest is history. We dated.
Yeah.
Broke up for a little bit in high school.
No one had to know about that.
Got back together. And the rest is history. Yep.
Long distance, kind of. Because, well, we live like 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
We always give our parents flack because we didn't have our license when we first started dating. So they would have to meet in the middle, each drive like 25 minutes almost, and drop one of us off, then come back and pick us up. And we're like, we will never be doing that for our daughter.
No, I'll never take my daughter, Amelia, to go meet some dude
that doesn't even have a license.
That doesn't have a license, who's 25 minutes away. There's no shot I'm doing that. That's crazy. And knowing my parents, who are more strict, like for them to do that is like kind of crazy. Yeah. But I was the youngest, so they've softened up. Yeah. By the time I started dating, compared to like my brothers. Well, my oldest brother dated. My younger, or the middle brother, I mean, he dated Bailey, obviously, but that was the only girlfriend, and he was married to wrestlings. Married to the game. So he didn't really care. So anyway, you're a nurse.
Yeah.
I know you corrected me before on this, but you are a PRN.
PRN. It's just, PRN is just a form of time. It's not like a nursing title.
Oh, okay. So what's the title?
Well, it's PRN.
It's a business title.
Kind of, I guess. Well, my title is RN, registered nurse. I'm just PRN, which is like less than part-time. Well, PRN is really however much you want to work.
As needed.
As needed is what it stands for. So I work 1 day a week now. Staying with our baby the other days. If they need me at the surgery center, they text me, see if I can work, and it's like the best of both worlds.
Yeah, that's worked out well.
Yeah, it's nice because really the only place you can get PRN positions is in the hospital. And I used to work in the ER, and after leaving that job, I said I never really want to work in the hospital again. Especially since having a daughter, because it's 12-hour shifts.
Yeah,
And
there's no way.
yeah,
I mean, there's a way because obviously people do it, but like for us,
yeah. And there's no, like, all the good hospitals are at least 40 minutes away from us.
yeah.
And so this is like the only really outpatient job I've heard of that offers PRN, so that's been nice.
You have a crazy ER story?
I knew you were gonna ask me this.
Did you? By the way, we didn't plan any topics of conversation, as you can tell. Okay, go ahead.
Well, a lot of ER people get you flagged for that question actually because
It's serious. People are dying. Yada yada yada.
it's true.
Yeah.
And every day is crazy, and there are a lot of crazy stories. I don't know. I mean, I've seen a lot of sad things. I don't know if I've seen anything like
Bonkers.
ha ha funny.
Just like something crazy, like guy comes out with his finger cut off, or
I mean, my preceptor got punched in the nose and got a broken nose from like a 12-year-old boy.
that's right. Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of trauma, gunshot wounds, car accidents.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not really
So,
fun.
no, but we do get all the patients from, well, I worked at Duke ER. And so we got a lot of patients from, I forget what prison that is nearby, but it's like a medical, like all the prisoners that need high acuity medical care go to that prison. And so we'd get like some famous prisoners sometimes. I never had one, but some coworkers had some crazy prisoner stories.
Yeah.
But they were always really nice to us.
The only nice human interaction they get.
Yeah. And actually, it was nice. They were nice to us. A lot of people in the ER aren't very nice to you, understandably, because they don't want to be there and they're in a lot of pain.
It's not
Probably.
understandably. Just that they're in a lot of pain or somewhere you don't want to be doesn't mean you gotta be a jerk to a nurse. It's like,
No, not be a jerk, but I understand why they're not in a silly, goofy mood.
yeah.
And our wait times in the waiting room were like 15 hours. So, yeah, that was an intense job, but I'm not there anymore. Very high anxiety job, but I did it.
Good.
Learned a lot, yeah. So, and now I just do surgeries in the OR.
What does 2 surgeries mean?
Well, I don't do the surgery like I'm a circulating nurse, they call it. So I'm in the OR with the surgeons and the surgical techs and the anesthesiologists helping with surgery, orthopedic surgery.
So if somebody says, Allison, I want to be a nurse, what field would you tell them to get into?
I'd say number 1, don't do it. Just kidding. I don't know. I like where I am. I like surgery nursing, but it's very different than like any floor nursing because your patient's asleep. You're dealing with surgical intervention, which you wouldn't be dealing with on the floor. I don't know. Ever since having a baby, I feel like labor and delivery would be a fun place to work.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe ER was fun, but maybe if you're in a less, I was at Big Duke, so that was crazy. But maybe if you're in like a more rural ER,
Like Holly Springs or something.
yeah, or Lillington,
Yeah.
you still get him crazy stuff, but not as like go 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 all the time.
Yeah, if you're a labor and delivery nurse, you can easily make or break a hospital stay with a newborn. Like our nurses at Rex were all 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah,
Like I don't think we had a bad one.
no,
But I feel like if we had somebody who came in super obnoxious because we're freaking exhausted, just angry. Oh, angry is the right word.
We weren't angry.
Little grumpies, maybe. We didn't.
Well, it depends. They were talking in labor and delivery or in postpartum.
Oh, that's true. I'm thinking of postpartum. Although labor and delivery were all good too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's got to be hard to be a nurse there because all your patients are obviously in severe pain.
Yeah.
But
And you got to know the patient in a way because, like, for labor and delivery, because if you're like the encouragement, you got this, mama, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, and you're like the don't talk to me,
you got to know the vibe.
you got to know the vibe.
Yeah.
Or else, because you'd be
But
like,
that's all areas of nursing, though. Even at the surgery center, we'll walk in all peppy, hey, ready for surgery? And if they're just like a dry person, you just gotta match whatever they're given.
yeah.
Which is fine. People are different, so. Yeah, labor and delivery would be fun, though, because you get to bring babies into the world. But I imagine it can also be very sad.
Yeah.
So.
It could be one of the best, probably one of the worst
Yeah.
on any given day.
Yeah.
How's being a mom?
It's the best.
Yeah.
It's the hardest thing I've ever done, but also the best thing I've ever done.
Yeah. Well, you do a good job.
Thanks. It's like you don't, until you become a parent, you don't realize how amazing it is to be a parent.
Yeah.
Like how much love you can give to a little human. It's like in The Grinch when his heart grows. What is it, 2 sizes?
Yeah, it's all like that.
Because I remember texting my parents after we had Amelia, being like, wow, now I understand, like, truly how much you love me. Because you know your parents love you. No. Like, if you were to ask me if my parents loved me before I had a kid, I'd say, oh, yeah, they love me, but you don't really understand. And then you have your own kid, and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
The way I love my daughter is the way my parents love me. That's crazy.
Yeah. I was trying to explain to a guy the other day who just got married, and I was like, you're gonna have kids? Which I don't know if that's appropriate to ask people, but whatever. I said, like, when are you gonna be a daddy? He was like, oh, I don't know, man. Maybe someday. And I was trying to explain to him, like everybody does. It's the best, you know. They say it does change your life, and it's true.
Yeah.
I
mean, it is the best, but it is also the hardest thing ever.
Yeah.
Especially the newborn stage and giving birth.
Yeah, giving birth was tough for me too.
Yeah. Your feet were hurting for a while.
Yeah, we didn't sit that night.
No.
You want to tell a story of how Amelia plopped out on the table?
I don't know if the realtors who listen to your podcast tuned in to hear a gory birth story, but
It's not gory.
No, it's not. Well, I had been in labor for a long time. Over 12 hours at that point.
Yeah, well over 12 hours. Because we went to the hospital at 7.
Yeah, that's true.
Plus you're laboring at home.
And I was laboring pretty slow, even though I was in severe pain. My labor was not progressing very fast. And then they broke my water. And then it went very fast. And I was about ready to push for a while with the nurses. If you're not in the medical field, you push a little bit with the nurses before the doctor comes in, because usually first time moms push for average of 2 hours, I think they said. And they were like, all right, I think you're ready. We'll go get the doctor. And I was having a contraction when the doctor walked in. And the contraction is, what do you push? And I was like, should I push? Because the doctor's like getting his gloves and his gown on, and my nurse is helping him get all that stuff on. So nobody's beside me. So I'm like, should I push? Nurse is like, yeah, go ahead. Because they didn't think I was about to give birth to her right then. And one push, and she plopped out on the bed. And the doctor didn't even have his gloves on. And the only person standing, Ethan was at my head. But the only person standing, like, right there where she plopped out was the nursing student. It was actually great,
Great. Yeah, I forget her name,
but my own nurse or the doctor weren't even there
no.
to catch Amelia
And
with a street out.
oh no.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I was just like,
Because I wasn't looking.
world.
And I like, he yelled, oh no. And I'm like, oh no, something happened. I look down. There's a naked baby on the table.
At least you didn't go fall on the floor.
Yeah.
That would have been a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Fetch it soul. Nope, she came out on her own and still got that bill for the doctor to bring the baby.
We sure did, didn't we? Yeah. Yeah. So, I guess another question people would want to know is what's it like being married to a top agent, top podcaster, top vending machine guy?
Most of the time, it's all pros.
Yeah.
There are a few cons.
Like what?
Like, your job is very flexible, obviously, so it was nice, like, when we had Amelia, because she could stay home. Like, a lot of guys don't even get paternity leave at all.
Mm-hmm.
And if she had a rough night, you can kind of help us in the morning. You can work from home if you need to. We can really go on vacation whenever. Although, that is the one con. And maybe it's just you.
It's not.
Because every time we go on vacation, your business explodes.
Every time.
So then you're on the phone like half a vacation, which that's the part that kind of sucks. It's like you can go on vacation whenever, but you're also always working.
Yeah. That's what like we say in the industry. I feel like a lot of other people says. If you're having a slow time, so this is good advice for any ages out there, go on vacation because business will blow up. And it's the craziest thing. Like how it happens every time.
Every time you're on the phone for like 2 whole days.
Yeah. But it's good. Maybe that's the key. Just go on vacation all the time.
Yeah.
Live on vacation.
But I don't think people came to hear about me.
I think they did.
So we gotta get into you.
Okay. What do you want to know?
I want them to tell, or you to tell them about Wemo.
Wemo. Okay. So Wemo.
And Rita and all the little things.
How I got to where I got to. My entrepreneurial journey.
Yeah.
Okay. Wemo started when I was probably, I'd say 11, I think. Me and my childhood friend, shout out Wesley Tuffy, my neighborhood buddy. His dad had all the mowing equipment and everything, and so we're like, let's mow lawns. And my grandma gave us a push mower for free that we spray painted Wemo on, and we came up with Wemo because the name, because he's Wesley, I'm Ethan. W-E, we, mow.
And you do mow.
And we do mow. And then our slogan was, we keep our lines straight. Because lines, I'm lines, you know, and then we. And we thought this was the most clever business name and slogan of all time. Mm-hmm. And looking back, it really was. But we printed out, like, I don't know, all these flyers and did the things you do as kids. And I guess not all kids, but staple them to light posts around the neighborhoods and up and down the streets and stuff. Pennsylvania's a little weird because we don't really have neighborhoods like we have them here. It's a lot of just like streets. Yeah. And then we did get calls like to mow. And then in Pennsylvania, like any landscaping company, quote unquote, I mean, we're a bunch of 11-year-olds. He was 13. But you also double as a snow shoveler. So we did that in the winter. Shoveled snow. We probably did more snow than we did actual like lawn care.
Does the grass grow as fast up there as it does
Faster.
here?
Yeah.
Faster?
Yeah. I want to say they have like, they're in the top 10 for best soils in the country. Yeah.
Oh, and it does rain a lot up there.
It rains, and it's like, here is clay mostly. Our yard, because we're more eastern triangle, is sandier.
Mm-hmm.
But central North Carolina is like clay, which was tough to grow much in. But yeah, we mowed lawns, and then when we moved, I moved when I was 12 down here, and he kept some of those lawns going for years after, like 7 years after we got some of those jobs. Got fired from a job, shoveling job, because I don't know, we didn't get all the ice and the lady slipped, I guess. I don't know. And as an 11-year-old, I had my neighbor across the street, Maria, single lady, and she would pay me $100 on the first snowfall. And she would, she gave me $100 on the first snowfall, and she said, anytime it snows, come on over and shovel for me. And at the time, $100 for 11-year-old is like, you're gold. Looking back, kind of got gypped because she had a long driveway. It was like uphill driveway. It was all gravel with pavers. So you would shovel and it'd be like, and you hit a paver. And over the paver, to the next paver. Oh, it was the worst. And you're shoveling gravel, and it was horrible. But yeah, $100 for a kid was absolutely gold. So that was my first business, I guess. Then I started redone repairs when I was 14. Moved down here.
It doesn't need to be fixed.
It's not broke.
That's it.
Right? What is it? It's not broke. It just needs to be redone.
Yeah.
Which was a mobile device repair company. Just fixed screens, batteries, if your lock button got jammed, whatever, anything on a phone. And that was probably like, when I look at like my journey as an entrepreneur, I hate that word. My journey as like a guy who starts as entrepreneurs. Like that was the best thing, especially as a 14-year-old, because it taught me how to deal with customers first and foremost. Like I fixed hundreds of screens, and so I would have people like, when they would come to my parents' house, drop off the phones or whatever, and you know, if I messed up, they'd let me know. A 50-year-old man would let a 15-year-old know he messed up. And so I had to deal with that, learn how to deal with that. And my dad he would step in. I mean, he never had to step in, but he would if I needed him to. So I knew that, but he also raised me to like, you started this business. You said you were going to fix this phone. You didn't fix it right. You got to kind of deal with it. So I had to learn how to do that. My grandpa would come down at like once a month, and he owned a business. And so he was like big on the books, like the numbers. And so he would always come down and be like, all right, he bought me a ledger. And every month he'd be like, let me see your ledger. And it would always be off.
And that's still one of your weaknesses.
And but yeah, that was good because you kind of kept me accountable on that. And then I don't know, so I did that probably from the time I was 14 till 17 or 18, because iPhone stopped allowing you to fix phones. You had to like, I don't know, pair it or something. I forget what it's called, but you had to buy this machine that would program the screen to the phone, and that was like more than the car, so that took me out. But another big like lesson from that was I wanted to do these machines that I could scrape the screen off the LCD and just put a new glass on instead of an entire LCD. So an LCD screen with the glass would cost $30. If I was able to get the LCD off and add new glass, it was going to be like $3, but I could still charge $70 for repair.
Yeah.
So I was going to save all this money. So I asked my dad. I think it was like $900 for these machines. So I was like, oh, yeah. I want to say like 900, maybe like 700. I don't know. It was a lot. So I go, Dad, can I have $900? Of course, he said no. He goes, but if you come up with the proper business plan and ask me with a plan and a plan on how you're going to pay me back, what these machines are for, and how quickly you're going to pay me, like all that, like whole business plan on it. And then, so that took me like 2 weeks to put that together, because I was calling my grandpa every night, helping me walk through the business plan and how it all worked and repayment plans and all that. So anyway, Pops ended up giving me the money, bought the machines, never learned how to use them. And then I paid my dad back like for like 2 months, like $100 a month, I think was our deal. Paid him back for 2 months, and then he was just like, you're good. So he forgave my loan, which is nice. But yeah, that was a really good business. You know, you learn how to like talk to kids, and like, I mean, for me, it was like I was talking to kids in school, like, to, you know, if you ever broke a phone or your parents ever broke a phone. And then even then it was like I started my first like business social media page, and
You had business
I
card.
had business cards, had a website, little things you learn. Like one guy brought a phone in that was cracked, and I gave it back to him, not cracked, but as I'm fixed, like, you know, I obviously have to turn the phone on and stuff, and the home button wasn't working when I got it. So when I gave it back to him, he was like, "My home button's broken," and I'm like, "No, it was broken when I got it. You didn't ask like for that to be repaired, just the screen." He's like, "No, no, it was working." So then, like, from that, I was like, "All right, fine. I've, you know, fixed the home button for free." And then from that point on, I was like, "Okay, I tested out your phone before you left to make sure everything was working except for the part that you needed." So it was just like a lot of those little lessons along the way. Um, that was fun. I started that actually because Raymond, my oldest brother, was like, "We should start a business." I was like, "All right, I got a perfect thing." Because even when I was like really little, like, I don't know, 8, 9, 10, I would take like my mom's flip phone apart, put it back together, and see if it would still work. And I was like, "I think we can fix phones." And he was like, "Yeah, that's a great idea." So his name's Raymond. My name's Ethan. That's where Ree came from. Ree.
Wait, I didn't even know that.
You didn't?
No.
Yeah. Got it from Emo. I have a very clear pattern here. Yeah, so that's where Ree came from.
So, you say a lot on the podcast because I'm a supportive wife, so I listen to all the episodes.
Thanks.
That realtors are entrepreneurs first.
Uh-huh.
And you've obviously been creating these businesses and stuff since you were really little.
Oh.
So, where do you think that came from? Do you think you were just like born one to start businesses, or were there people, because neither of your parents were entrepreneurs, so were there other people in your life that was really looked up to? Or
I don't even think, I mean, at that young age when I was 11, I didn't even know what an entrepreneur was. Like, I just thought the idea of a service for money was a good idea. Like,
Fair.
shovel your driveway for $20. That sounds like my time is useless at 11 years old.
Yeah.
At $20 goes a long way. No, I mean, I don't know. I think I was just kind of born like
With that mindset.
with that mindset of like, yeah, if there's a problem, let's get her done. I mean, my dad would make me shovel his driveway, which I wouldn't get paid for, so that sucked. But yeah, I don't know. I just always liked the idea of a service for money. The same thing with the real estate agent. Like, I provide a service of marketing and negotiating for compensation.
And there's no like limit.
And there's no limit.
You are.
Yeah, that's my favorite type of business. It's anything with no cap. You know, that sucks to, like, you know, that we're married, we have a kid. And we talk about this a lot, but that's like the stressful part of my job to some extent. It probably doesn't bother me as much as it should. That if I don't sell, we're kind of cooked.
Hey, you got my one day a week.
That's right. But yeah, I think, you know, if you're an entrepreneur, I just really hate that word.
Why?
I don't know. It just sounds corny.
I don't think so.
If you're an entrepreneur and you're like so scared of like, but what if I don't get paid? What? And then, you know, if you're obviously is gonna creep in naturally because like I have a wife and kid. Like, hopefully I have a little bit of, hey, let me get my butt off my couch and get to work. You know, but if you're like crippled with that, you know, get a 9 to 5, which is okay. Like,
Oh yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
make it as an entrepreneur.
right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, either I think you got it or you don't. Like, you have a love for it, like a true passion for it, or you don't. And if you don't, that's okay. Like, it's probably the smarter move because most entrepreneurs don't make it. So,
Yeah.
I think 90% of businesses or something like that fail in the first 2 years. So, anything that's, you know, longer than that, you're golden. No. And I'll say this. So, after Redone Days, what was that, 2017? I was working at a hardware store too, Hudson's Hardware in Clayton and Garner. For any young man, I think the best first job you can get if you're not starting your own phone repair company is a hardware store. That taught me a bunch too about how to deal with customers. And you just learn It's hard because you're loading up concrete, hay bales, and we had like horse feed and stuff like that. So you're loading that stuff up in the North Carolina heat. So you get a good sweat going, which is good. And for me, like I learned so many different aspects of like one day I was gonna own a home, and you learn how to fix a toilet, or you learn how to change the ceiling. I mean, you don't learn those things on the job, but like for me, I probably annoyed the crap out of some of our customers because they'd be like, I need a toilet valve, and I'll be like a fill valve, and I'm like, okay, yeah, it's over here. What is this for? How does it work? How do you install it? And then you'd read the room, but if they were nice, they would tell me. If they weren't, they'd be like, piss off, kid. I'd be like, okay.
I second that because I tell you this all the time. I don't know what I would do if I married a man that didn't know how to, that wasn't handy, didn't know how to do things around the house.
Yeah, and that's why I go back to, like, if you're a young man, like, get a job at a hardware store, man, or I mean a construction company would be great, but hardware stores are easier because of hours of operation and stuff. Because yeah, like and if some guys are like, yeah, I just pay people. That's fine if you have the money to pay people. But if you don't, like, obviously we weren't
The
rich.
wives are calling their dads.
Yeah, that's true. Like, that's embarrassing. um But like, yeah, I'm like, I don't know, just fix the freaking thing. But if you got scratch, sure, pay somebody.
Then you gotta wait, and these trades nowadays are so few and far between because no one wants to do that anymore.
No,
But they make so much money.
so much money. It's
But they're
crazy.
booked out, so
Yeah, we flip houses obviously, and like it's getting worse every year trying to get contractors in there. Like, 'cause we've been doing it for 5 years now, a little over 5, 6. This is year 6. Oh my gosh, that's
wow.
crazy. Yeah, year 6, and you're like, this has been the toughest year at finding contractors.
Why do you think the trade industries are dying?
Uh, I think it's a mixture of both. I think when you are in school, elementary school, middle school, high school, it's all about go to college, go to college, go to college, go to college. And there's no like alternative to that. And if you say, like, I obviously didn't go to college, and so I got a lot of, oh, it's okay, Ethan, make it work. um, and so I think there's just a big push. There's not a push at all to join the trade, except for the grandma and grandpa. But I think I wish there was a bigger push to join the trade. For every 7 people leaving the trade, only 1 person is taking back over. So prices are only going to go up, and it's going to be harder to get contractors. And then the other thing is for the trades themselves, like, and obviously I've worked construction right out of high school for a while, then did some remodeling, worked for a remodeling company and stuff. The contractors themselves, I get it. You want to have this like rite of passage, so you're a jerk to the new guy kind of thing. And it's like, there's like some good stuff, like that's fine. Like, you kind of toughen these kids up a little bit, but like at the same time,
There's no
for
one
what?
to replace
You're
you.
right. There's nobody going to replace you. And, you can be a jerk all you want, but then it's like at the end of the day, like, for what?
Yeah.
Just to show them that you could do this job better than them. Yeah, obviously. Or you can still be tough on them when they're making mistakes, but do it with like some kind of love and understanding that you were that exact same guy who didn't know what they were doing when they first started.
Yeah.
So you just really, like, I feel like some of these traits, like, you just took some of these younger guys in and like created a environment for which they feel comfortable asking questions, and it's okay to make mistakes. Like when I have had some guys who work for me and they make a lot of mistakes, and it's okay. Like, it's all good. Obviously if you burn the house down, it's a little bit of a problem. It's probably not working for me anymore, but like, I've had it where they've not screwed in the sink supply line all the way, and then they turn on the water underneath the house and it's spraying under the cabinet, and they don't know until it's leaking out, and it's like, not a big deal, just get some towels, fix it up, tighten it up right. So I don't know, but I do wish more people would join the trade, or else we're all screwed, because there are some things, even if you're handy, I mean, maybe some people are handy enough that they can do everything. I can't, but like we paid somebody to do. I guess I
Like
could.
plumbing.
Yeah, like we had our whole bathroom kind of restructured, so we pay somebody to do the plumbing for that. But yeah,
We have a saying for that in nursing called, when I say nurses eat their young.
nurses what?
Eat to their young.
Yeah.
Like the older generation nurses. I haven't experienced that much firsthand, but it's true. Like in nursing school, we would do clinicals at the hospital. And we'd get there and they'd pair us up with a nurse on the floor. We'd go around with her or his patients and kind of learn from them. If they let you do something, get to do some stuff. And a lot of nurses did not like that. They're like, nope, I don't want a student today. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, nursing is also a huge shortage.
Oh yeah.
And there's going to be no one to replace you. And you're still working as a nurse, so do you want to be short-staffed, or do you want to train these nurses correctly that can help you and work on floor?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess you can say that for any industry, kind of.
Yeah.
You know, I look at like the real estate industry. I'll say the real estate industry has not been like that to me. Like obviously I started when I was 18, so I didn't know anything. Not all people, but some people really like poured into me and were patient and kind. But yeah, I don't, that whole mentality, I don't get that. That don't make sense to me. Like, what are we doing?
You think it's that generation?
It could be like, hey, I had to figure it out. Like, oh, I'm sure that if you're a 60-year-old man now who's still plumbing, you were treated like dirt when you were 17, 18 years old. I mean, probably worse than you're treating this guy. So you're thinking he's getting treated like gold because you were treated like absolute garbage.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but then yet you're a grandfather who treats their 17-year-old grandson like he's gold. And I'm like, okay.
Also, not everyone's meant to be a teacher, I guess.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
you don't have any right to be nasty to people like
Right.
that, but some people just can't teach.
Yeah.
They could be really good at what they do, but they just can't.
Yeah.
So maybe there's some of that too.
Yeah, I
Hard
don't.
to get into a trade though.
Is it hard?
Mm-hmm.
Yes and no. I mean, like if you want like all your certifications and stuff, you have to do apprenticeships and stuff like that.
Is that like a community college thing, or is it like you go to a trade company?
Yeah, I mean there is like I know for electrical work anyway. This is like 9 years ago or 8 years ago or whatever. You had to have so many like class hours, but a lot of these companies will pay for it. So they'll pay you to work 5 days a week, and then like on Fridays you're in class, and they're paying for the class and your time. But yeah, I mean typically like you just go into a company and you start at the bottom. So you can. That's the other thing too. I know we're kind of going on that tangent. Nobody wants to start on the bottom. So like these guys coming in, you know, they might see somebody that's like making all this money and thriving, and they're like, oh, I want to do that. But then you get stuck sweeping the floors, and you're like, okay, I don't want to do this. I thought I joined this industry to be where you are, and no, I'm just sweeping the floors and
Well,
throwing old toilets away.
that's kind of the mentality now. Everyone wants to know how to get rich quick.
Yeah.
You know, there's all those
Get real estate license.
there's all those like, what side hustle could I do to get rich tomorrow?
Gosh, yeah.
No one wants to put in the work.
I would want to see a log of ChatGPT of how many people wrote into ChatGPT how to get rich quick, or how do I make $1 million, or you know, how do I make $100,000 or whatever it is. I guarantee like the log on ChatGPT for that is insane.
Yeah.
Instead of just like
Pick something and we stay there and work the way up.
Yeah. That's also kind of the problem with school. Like you're expected to go to college and know what you want to do with your life at 18 years old, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. I mean, because you're paying so much freaking money for a degree that you're probably not even going to end up using.
It's true. I don't don't use my first degree. You could debate, I do. My first degree is psychology.
You can debate.
Definitely used it in the ER.
Yeah.
But not so much now.
No, but I mean, like, you go to school for music theory or something, and you end up, working for some corporate company.
Yeah, but I think that's some of the corporations' fault too, because a lot of jobs will say you need a college degree.
yeah.
Even if it's nothing related to that
Mhm.
job, they'll only hire you if you have a college degree.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, when I knew I wasn't going to go to college in high school because I thought I was going to do redone forever. Had my eye on a fan, redone on the go. So I was like, I ain't going to college. I'm fixing bones, dude. But obviously it kind of worked out. But yeah, like, I mean, I know there's a lot of realtors show up with degrees, and I don't know if any of them regret it, but
Well, I could see how a business degree could be helpful if you're a realtor, if you're starting your own, independent firm or something
yeah,
like that. Or marketing degree.
Yeah, marketing degree would probably be a good one. I don't know many degrees. I learned by trial and error. It's been 7 years of trial and error.
Speaking of trade, we should talk about how we fix up our house.
Okay. Yeah.
And how you like working with your wife to fix up your house.
We used to have fun fixing up our house.
We did have fun. I hated our house at first, though. I think you've said that on the podcast maybe once before.
Yeah, I think so.
Because we kind of had to buy this house.
Yeah.
And I think I might have cried.
But you can cry. So it goes, we flipped the house, made a ton of equity in it. And the guy buying the house that we flipped was selling his house, obviously, because he was buying ours. And so in order for us to avoid taxes, we just lowered their house by X amount. We lowered our house by X amount. And we were able to buy our house at a huge, not discount, but because we just put all that money down instead of paying the $70,000 in taxes.
But it was not a pretty. It was not a pretty one, and super pretty. Oh. We like the previous owners, we do, but some of the design choices were not great.
Yeah, they were interesting. So we had to redo everything.
We had, our floors were like, what's that word? Herringbone?
Yeah.
Herringbone, but like wood, rustic.
It was like
wood
barn,
looking.
gray and black and white, barnyard,
Herringbone.
wood, but it was a lot to look at.
With the shiplap.
Yeah.
On the wall, and there was like a different color in every room. And I am not a visionary person. I can't see what it's gonna be. So I walk into this house with all these ugly design choices, and I'm like, my life is over. Like, our first home is supposed to be this nice, beautiful thing, and I just want to cry that we have to live here. But
yeah,
Ethan is great, obviously, because you do the flipping houses at seeing something and knowing what it could be, its potential. So I decided to trust you.
You had no choice.
I had no choice.
Like an L.
I love it now. I never want to move now.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready to go.
No, especially because, well, we fixed up ourselves. And by we, I mean mostly Ethan, because I think all I did was paint.
Which?
It was the whole entire house.
The entire house. Yeah, it was you painted.
And is that all I did? The cabinets, painted the
cabinets.
You redid all the flooring.
Yeah.
Redid our master bathroom.
We had a bunch of lighting. That was a pain.
The upstairs was pretty
Yeah, we didn't do
fine, other than our bathroom.
Yeah. We had the fireplace and TV in the bunk room.
Yeah.
And what else did we do? We made the coffee room.
Mm-hmm.
So we had the formal dining room. You know,
you might say that's where this podcast blossomed. The idea is from our coffee room.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess it kind of, maybe not.
But who has a coffee room?
I don't know. Yeah. So it was a 1990s house, and it had just a formal dining room, like your typical foreign dining room. So we put a little sink and cabinets and bookshelves, and called it the coffee room. Just 4 seats. Pretty cool. It's
Yeah,
probably my favorite room.
mine too. We don't sit in there enough.
No.
They have these nice green velvet chairs in there. It's like our only pop of color. We're very modern, neutral
Yeah.
people, which a lot of people don't like the modern
No.
vibes anymore, but I still like it.
Yeah. I would say like too, when we decided what colors to paint our house, everything's neutral, which is good for the sake of resale.
Also, I like neutral though.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't want
Because then you can have like the pop of color like in the chairs or like throw pillows or something.
to. Yeah, that room. And redid the porch, added the fire pit patio, fence, which I didn't do the fence, but we just paid right down.
The back porch.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm ready to
How's
sell
that
it.
experience with your wife?
That was a good experience. Sitting there late at night eating pizza, talking. We have kids, no dog, just us. Oh, life was good. Yeah, we can stay out as late as we want.
Yeah, we didn't take advantage
No.
of the no kid life.
We were just married and don't have any kids. Highly recommend getting kids. Best.
Oh
thing
yeah,
ever.
she's the best thing ever.
But until that point, go have some fun. Take your wife out. Enjoy the night. Stay out late. Sleep in. Those days are over. Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. I'm ready to do it again.
Did you like being a dad?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I love my little girl.
Were you
Like so much. It's crazy.
How did you feel when you found out we were having a girl? A lot of people thought we were gonna have a boy because Ethan's brother has 2 girls. So they were like, we need a boy's coming next.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I had another little girl.
I felt so. I mean, I think every dad's like, I'm lucky, hopes for a boy. And I think when I found out we were having a girl, it was like deeper. Like with the boy, it's like, oh, this is my buddy. We're having fun.
I can toss him on the couch.
We can wrestle. We can play football, all that good stuff. And then with a girl, it's like, okay, now my job is to like protect her, take care of her, provide for her. If I have a boy, I'm like, I was mowing lawns at 11 years old. What are we doing? Get out there, son. But not my princess. My princess did not need to be mowing lawns, ever. I don't know, but now like I can imagine like just having a boy. Like I mean, I can imagine having boys, obviously, but like if Amelia was not Amelia, it just seems weird.
I know, isn't it crazy that like if we were to get pregnant any other time, we wouldn't have her.
I know.
Like we'd have a different baby.
Yeah, that baby could stink.
No, they wouldn't stink.
It'll sleep well through the night.
But you summed it up perfectly the other day. A lot of people say our baby's the cutest baby they've ever seen, which we obviously think she is, but
Yeah.
other people say that too. And she's a very good baby. Like, does not cry, really. She'll go to anybody.
Yeah.
Let anyone hold her. Very happy baby. But you said the other day, she can't be completely perfect just because no one is, so her thing is sleep.
Her thing is sleep. Which is crazy how like she can be up for 3 hours in the middle of the night and then wake up in the morning and be like,
This
"Sup?
blue, yeah.
Let's go."
Happy.
Yeah. Like you'd think she'd be like us, freaking exhausted and
Yeah. But she also takes 3 naps a day, so
yeah,
she
we're
jumped
done
it
3
up
naps
on
a day.
that
We'll
sleep.
probably be jumping with joy. Yeah, she's the best.
She's the best.
Having a boy would be fun too.
Yeah.
Now, like, don't get me wrong, I love my daughter, but if I had, I don't want to jinx myself here, but if we had like 3 or 4 daughters, it'd be awesome. But it would be tough. Not tough.
What do you think's harder to raise, a boy or girl?
Girl.
Really?
Yeah. I guess because I grew up a boy, so it's like, I know I was easy. They were like, go outside and hit each other with sticks for all we care. I don't know, whatever.
Maybe that part's easier, but I think it's harder. Like, you gotta raise them how to treat a woman right
Yeah.
How to be a gentleman.
Yeah.
Like the girl, you just be like, you're a princess, and you pick a guy that treated you well. But a boy, you gotta teach them how to do that.
Yeah.
As a woman.
Yeah.
And if they don't, it's like.
I mean, a lot of that teaching is probably just through, like, I just don't like the way my dad treated my mom, like, with respect and stuff. Like, they would kind of see that the way I treat you, and hopefully be like, oh, that's how we treat mommy.
Yeah, that's true.
But maybe not. I don't know. Cross that bridge if we ever get there.
Let us know your boy advice if we ever.
If we have a boy, slip them into the comment section.
Let us know your girl advice too. We're first time parents. Stop it. We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah. Anywho, this has been fun.
Hasn't been fun.
You got anything else for us?
No.
No, I don't think so either. Are you still obsessed with me, or?
Anyway, let's review this coffee.
Yeah, you're like the first guest I haven't said, oh, and at the end of the show, we reviewed this coffee, because you know.
I know.
Because you're the first guest that's ever listened to probably every episode.
No.
I'd imagine. You and Davis.
Because he was the first. I was
the first.
And probably whoever you had second.
Liz.
Maybe you should listen to the first episode.
Hopefully.
No.
No, because I recorded 3 or 4 before I put the
So that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Because a lot of people listen to the one before them, so they know.
Well, that's why every time a guest comes in, I'll be like, if you haven't listened to the show, no problem. Like, I promise it's not a big deal. But what we do is, do the coffee thing. And they're like, oh, yeah, I listened to last week's. Of course you did. You were coming in today. But, yeah. What'd you think of the coffee?
I have to preface. I am not a coffee connoisseur. I don't drink black coffee. I like sweet coffee.
You like your husband to make you a latte?
I like my husband to make me a latte every morning, which he does lovingly. So I don't know. It's good. I have to take another sip. It doesn't have any notes?
No, it has no notes. But it's Caribou coffee, which you can find in stores all over the country. I would assume all over the country. It's a national brand. But I would prefer a Caribou over a Dunkin' or Starbucks. I'd pick like a big brand.
Should we eat a bean like you did?
Do you want to?
No.
Do you want to try one?
No.
Yeah, let's try one.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, let's do it. You brought it up.
Wait, you gotta rate it possibly for it before you try the bean. It's cold now, so.
I don't know. I'll probably say.
Also, I put creamer in here, so my coffee's probably just gonna taste like what the creamer I put in.
Yeah. It's good. It's like really oily, which not a big fan of. And it's darker, like it's a medium roast, but it's like dark.
Yeah.
Like its bean is like black. Which I don't know if that's any correlation to the roast. Coffee people can tell me.
So what's your rating?
I'll say a 6.8.
I was gonna say that.
Were you?
Yes.
You were.
Yes, I was. I swear.
6.8.
Because I was like, I have to do the point because you do the point.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to do the point.
It's not quite a 7.
Yeah, it's not a 7. I was gonna say 6.7.
I was gonna say 6.8.
I can't say 6.7
Because
because that's stupid thing. All right.
Is it gonna break my teeth?
No.
ASMR into the microphone.
Who wants to do that?
People watch those videos.
I know, that's crazy. That is not nearly as bad as the one me and Devontae had on the show.
Doesn't really taste like much, actually.
No.
No. Chocolate covered coffee beans are pretty good.
Yeah.
But maybe they're like a specific.
I think they use a specific bean, yeah.
Because they're also like easier to chew than that.
Yeah. This one has a way better than I forget which one me and Devontae did, but it was terrible. Yeah. What would you give the bean chew?
A 1. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah. Based off me and Devontae's reaction, you would think it would be the worst thing if we ever did.
That's true.
But yeah, no, this coffee's good. And they do have, is there only one around here?
I was just going to ask you that.
I think it's on Blue Ridge Road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's on Blue Ridge Road near Raleigh. Cool coffee shop, the Caribou coffee shop, which is good. Cool vibe. I didn't pick this up from there. I picked it up from Harris Teeter, but.
Well, thanks for coming on my podcast.
No, thank you for coming on my podcast. What a guest.
Thank you. Was that your favorite guest so far?
Oh, 100%. I can't wait for this episode to blow up. So, like and subscribe, people. Maybe Allyson has a new career? New path?
Maybe.
New endeavor?
Maybe.
Maybe you should start your own podcast.
About what? Being a nurse and a mom?
Yeah. Being a mom. They're going to be like, how old are your kids? You'll be like, I have a 7-month-old, but here's my advice. That's like the other thing. Like,
Yeah.
I always feel like sometimes I get either unsolicited parent advice,
All parents do.
which is like, I know that. Like, I hate that when I get unsolicited advice.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, oh yeah, well, you know, what we do. Nobody cares.
I don't hate so much the advice. I hate the, oh, just wait, like the parents that want to ruin it for you.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like even when I was pregnant, that, oh, just wait till they're not sleeping through the night. Oh, just wait till they're throwing tantrums on the floor. Like,
Yeah.
okay, can you just let
I
me
felt like-
enjoy being a parent?
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to enjoy being a parent
That's-
without ruining it.
That's how it was when we were getting married, too. Like, people were like,
Yeah.
that's why nobody was positive about marriage.
Yeah, well, especially like right after we got married, if you were like, "Oh, how's marriage going?" We're like, "It's so great, like we love it," and then you're like, "Oh, just wait till you've been married 10 years, or just wait till you have kids."
Yeah.
But it's still great.
Still great. Like, frick off, people. Okay?
Just let people be happy.
Yeah, let people be happy. It's okay. It's all good. But anyway, thanks for coming on. Love
Thank
you.
you for coming on.
You're welcome. Hopefully you enjoyed me as a guest this time.
Next week will be Amelia.
And that'll be entertaining.
She'll babble into the microphone, chew on it a little bit with her 2 teeth.
She does have teeth now.
She'll say hi, maybe. She does. She does.
I'm glad you interpret her. Yeah, with hi.
She'll say mama or dada, yeah, but
It's coming. I can tell.
she'll wave at you.
She'll wave at you. And then you say, so big, and she puts her hands above her head.
Except babies can't reach their hands above their head because their head are so big and their arms are so short. So she kind of hits her forehead.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, she's so cute.
Anyway, all right. Love you.
Them too. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.